I had a male client who was thinking about getting Botox for several years. He had these very deep engraved lines into his tissue, into his forehead, into his glabella, that he really wanted to get treated, but he was a little nervous. He said that people felt like he was angry or he looked upset, but he really wasn't. And the reason why he never did Botox yet is because he didn't want to look overdone or that frozen look or really lose his masculinity. He wanted to look just like himself. And so we had a deep, honest conversation of what Botox or Dysport or Xeomin, any kind of neuromodulator, would do for him, and compared those results in kind of what we do for treatment for a male versus a female client. Men tend to have stronger muscles that need to be relaxed compared to when we look at females' muscles in their face. And so a lot of the times we may not use extreme amount of units or dosaging of that Botox or Dysport or Xeomin in a male client because they want more of that natural result where they still want to smooth out those lines but maybe not get rid of them 100% because they do ultimately want to look natural and look like they didn't really have anything done. And so that could mean for some men, we're actually doing less dosing than sometimes we can do for a female. Now, sometimes it's an opposite approach. You know, they might have more area in the forehead or glabella, or stronger muscles where, yeah, you might have to do a little bit more units in those areas, but ultimately try to get it to where it does look most natural for men. So for one of my clients who didn't want as many units as compared to a female client, we did do about 20% less of Botox, specifically for him in his forehead lines because he wanted that natural and smooth movement to where it looked very natural, very refreshed for him. And so that worked great just to help smooth his lines. Now he wasn't completely frozen, but it did make him look more youthful in which he wanted to look. So we did strategic points of injections to where I knew, okay, putting these points at certain locations would help improve the wrinkles that he was having, those static and dynamic lines, to where it was effective, but not overly done. So when he came back to see me for his 2-week follow-up, he said it worked great. Everybody thought he looked more refreshed, looked more not as angry or irritable, and he felt really good about himself. He felt like he looked refreshed and not overdone. His lines were more softer, he felt like. He still stated that he could still raise, his eyebrows some, which he wanted to do because he did not want them frozen. And he also stated that, he wished he would have done it 5 years ago. So this is a key point. This is what I want you to know as men. Men, your Botox, Dysport, Xeomin, your neuromodulator is different than a female. That can mean different dosing and different areas where we inject the parts of the face. Now, we are going to do it strategically where we inject that toxin in different areas of the face, but what makes you look most natural and refreshed? We want to make you look less stressed so that people don't say you look stressed or angry or tired, and make you look refreshed and smooth and polished, but not with that frozen look. And that is what we aim to do here at Glow and Sparkle Aesthetics and Medical Spa. This is Fatia Johnson, the nurse practitioner over at Glow and Sparkle Aesthetics and Medical Spa. If you are a male and have been thinking about doing any kind of neuromodulator, Botox, Xeomin, Dysport, any one of those, and you've had these lines, these expression lines, these static or dynamic lines in your forehead and your glabella and your 11s, and you just want a refreshed look, let's talk about that today because men and women are treated differently, and we can do that here successfully and strategically so that you look refreshed and people will never know.